Hello tiny humans, and welcome to Art at Home with Miss Wilkin. Today we are going to be drawing some shape creatures. It's super easy. It doesn't matter what materials you have at your house because you can use anything at all. So you want to start with something to draw with, like a pen or a pencil. I'm using a pen here so you guys can see my lines nice and dark. All I want you to do is draw a shape in the middle. It can be a blob, it can be an actual shape, whatever kind of shape you want. And then you're gonna surround it by lots of other blobs or shapes. You wanna fill up your whole paper, just like this. Once you fill up your whole paper, you wanna get something to color with. Remember that it's hard to draw on top of crayon once you've colored, so I'd pick colored pencil. It's a lot easier. Then I like to color a dark line around the inside of my shape so that when I'm coloring the whole thing, I have something to run into at the ends of my lines. It makes coloring the whole shape in a lot neater. Now I sped this up quite a lot. I don't color that fast, so take your time and make it nice and neat. You want to color every shape on your paper a different color. Once you have everything colored, you're gonna start adding your silly faces. We are gonna take these little blobs, these little shapes, and we're gonna turn them into little critters. This guy kind of looked like a gooey germ to me, so I made him an angry, gooey germ. Then I look around at all of my other shapes and I try to figure out what they look like. And I add faces, or I turn them into things. I'll show you what it looks like at the end, but I want you guys to use your imaginations, really see what you can come up with for your own little creatures. If you want to, you can draw all the shapes for your sibling or friend or parent, and they can add shapes or faces to what you've already drawn. You guys can trade. So it can be an activity that you can do by yourself, or it can be an activity that you do with someone else. As long as you are getting creative. You can add a lot of details, you can add just a few details. You don't want to get anything too super tiny because sometimes that is really hard to see when you're drawing with the big markers. But you can make them into creatures or things, whatever sparks your imagination. They can have a theme if you want. When you're done, you can go through and give them each a name. If you stay within your shapes, you could go through and cut them out and use them as little characters. You can do this as many times as you want or as many times as you have paper. Make sure that you ask your parents about what materials you can use. And I hope you guys all take pictures of these and send them to me so I can see what you've been doing over your break. And here we are, my final critter sheet. Goodbye, tiny humans.